Hi, I'm Katie Couric. Welcome to Eye to Eye. One of the bright spots in the rebuilding of Iraq is a new court complex in Baghdad's Green Zone, designed and built by U.S. and Iraqi forces. One of the soldiers on the project, Air Force reservist and Senator Lindsey Graham. He told our Sharyl Attkisson about one of his colleagues who gave his life to advance Iraqi justice.
Commander Philip Murphy Sweet was a naval officer. Not much of a Navy component in Iraq because it's in the middle of the desert, but there are a lot of Navy people there. He was a supply officer. He was assigned to the Rule of Law Task Force as a volunteer. He extended his tour of duty to be part of the Rule of Law Task Force because he could see the benefit of this complex to a better Iraq.
He showed you around, right, when you were there?
He was my host among several others. And he told me the story about how the American military, in conjunction with the Iraqi government, built this complex in 60 days. How they built the courtroom in 5 days, and it was a courtroom any state in our nation would be proud of. He was very proud, and he stayed to do this job. He was supposed to go a month before.
He extended his
tour of duty to join the Rule of Law Task Force because he believed that this compound could help change Iraq. He gave me a tour of the detention facility, the courtroom, and the housing units for the judge and their family. This was on a Friday. He was killed the next morning. 3 young kids, beautiful wife from Pennsylvania, killed by an IED about a quarter of a mile from this complex. He was traveling to an Iraqi prison to help them with one of their construction projects as an advisor.
Who brought you the news and what did they say?
Word got around. I left Monday. He was killed on Saturday. I didn't put 2 and 2 together until Sunday that it was the same guy. And Sunday night, I finally was informed that this was the man who spent the day with me showing me the Rule of Law complex. It hit everybody hard. They've had a memorial service for him. I attended his funeral in Arlington. I've never met a more stronger person in my life than his wife. She sent a letter to the memorial service in Baghdad to his colleagues that would make anybody be proud and cry. And it hit me hard because I knew him. And I'm sure the other deaths in Iraq have hit their colleagues very hard. I just happened to meet this guy. Just the random chance in life that I spent the last day with him. He was killed within 24 hours of when I met him. And I guess the story goes for me is that nothing good in Iraq happens without a sacrifice. And that he chose to be where he was at, doing what he was doing, and he felt personally that it was important. And no matter how you feel about this war, I'm sure all Americans appreciate people like Commander Philip Murphy Sweet. And I just want to let people in South Carolina, people throughout the nation know that I've been in the military for 25 years. I've served overseas in the 80s during the Cold War. I've been a military lawyer for most of my adult life. I've never been more proud to wear the uniform than I am now. And I've never met a more talented, dedicated force. They're doing everything we're asking of them and then some. And some of them are not going to come home. And some of them are going to come home broken. And that's the price of war.